weather squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Cincinnati Bengals and the San Francisco 49ers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And his throw here's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowsky to punt the football. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11 empty. 11 Thomas.
Burrow on play action. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's got room. A beautiful fake. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing one play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
23 yards on the play.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow.
Swings this out for Hunt.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
The Niners at 8-4 now in the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And the way they played last week defensively, when I watched the tape, I had to stop it a couple of times and count to make sure there were just 11 guys on their side of the field because they covered every angle and thoroughly shut down the other side. Hold them just 7 points total. They do that again, that'll get the job done one more time in a big way.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. From the 38, Lance. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Lance finding Debo there for the Niner first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run, and then executed.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Second and 9. Lance looking to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're on to something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Lance looks to throw again. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning out.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tyler Beatty, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as they have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
11.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
11 MT, take. 11.
After the sack on first down, Burrow steps away to his left. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
11.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is now. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
And Lance now to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
On 3rd and long, it's Lance. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt. 3-yard return, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go. 11, 11.
Play action. It's Burrow. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And this will be taken at the 13.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On 2nd and 10, Lance over the middle, and he's got Gray. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Lance on target to Samuel from Niner first. Now Lance again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Throwing now is Lance. And this pass caught by Gray. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Open man is Samuel, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gay is on for the point after. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up. So thinking, well, this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And some room to run now. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
On 2nd and 7, Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
Now Burrow on first down. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals have cut the lead back down to 2. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum that the offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw taken in by Samuel.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30. That one goes for 24 yards. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Working from the gun, Lance.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a short 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And that is no good. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter.
Oh, those are the ones that eat at you as a kicker. Tie game. 3rd quarter.
Here we go.
This is one you know you should make. Instead, you miss it, and it's jubilation on the other sideline.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
On 2, ready? 11 mighty.
Now it's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They go play action with Burrow. Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle. Hunt runs over it. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Kareem Hunt with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 124 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Able to find Gray here. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're taking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. He's got room at the 30. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Play action. Now it's Lance. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's brought down. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and 1.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
2nd down and goal. Lance. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs. And sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Burrow on play action. He's got a man complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys are over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 159 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Some signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Here's Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Lance back to throw. Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Now Lance. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Desperation time here. Lance. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. One final try now for Lance. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Well, it came down to the final play in such a close ball game. What a game it was, but they can't get that last throw off. Good job by that defense to get in there for the sack to seal it.
And for fans watching the game, a little bit anticlimactic, don't you think, partner? Not even able to get off one last throw to see how it would have turned out.